up, guys? It is John from Side Hustle Experiments. Today's video, I am breaking down how I did $74,000 in sales in the month of November selling on Amazon. I came up with about 6 things that I think contributed to this, maybe 6 traits that I've kind of seen myself and noticed in other people who are doing really big numbers on Amazon. Basically give away the secret sauce, as everyone's been saying on Instagram and Twitter, about these 6 kind of things that I talked about. If you are new to the channel, welcome. I have sold over $1 million on Amazon. I teach you guys how to make money selling on Amazon. So please subscribe to the channel if you're into that. Share the video, leave comments below, all that kind of stuff. And I answer every one. Let's just get into it, guys. So did 74K on Amazon. A lot of that contributed to, I'm kind of have it broken down up there, so I might look up it a little bit. We did about $6,500 on Black Friday, and then almost $7,000 on Cyber Monday. So those are big contributors to that number. This was the first time. This is actually a bonus tip, I guess, that isn't covered in the 6, that I was actually kind of prepared for this. I was planned it out, figured out like when the sales were going to be, shop before the sale kind of happened in my head. So when the sale did happen, I had a whole list of stuff to buy. So number 1 is consistency. I get up every day and source profitable products consistently. I might not buy every day, but I'm always looking at products every day. I'm reviewing, just looking and reading sales and just not, I'm searching on the websites that I talk about all the time in the YouTube videos. There is a video where I drop like 15 sites where you could buy profitable items, where I do all the time. There's another one or like 6 sites you could buy Legos at. I'm shopping at all those sites. I'm not just putting it out there and like hiding all the good stuff. Like I am literally shopping at those sites, buying inventory, and it's out there. Like go watch those videos. That is what I'm doing. Showing up every day. Earlier in the month, as soon as Black Friday happened, I was actually away at a football game. Poor timing on my part, but I made it work. I showed up. We were driving down there. I was on my phone's hotspot, ordering stuff. When we weren't hanging out, doing whatever, I was on my computer ordering stuff. Like, you just got to push through this kind of stuff and show up every day. Number 2, I keep it simple. I'm not using any fancy software. I do use SellerAmp. Just happened to wear the shirt today. No, I am not sponsored by them. Someone asked me the other day. But if you do want a free trial, there is a link below for that. I'm literally just sourcing every day, reviewing my VA's leads, and just trying to get items as cheap as possible. Looking at new ways of doing that, looking for sales, writing down, keeping track of all the sales. If there's a sale today on Walmart.com, I have a spreadsheet. I'm like, I don't know if this is happening today or not. Oh, you know what? Walmart had Olay Beauty stuff on sale, or Target had, I don't know, Legos on sale, or whatever it is. I have a whole spreadsheet. I look at that every day. Didn't really do a good job of that last year. I still struggle to do it a little bit this year, but it makes it so much easier to be like, okay, like I already have a document for next Q4 of like, listen, like when this sale happens, you go hard, you roll whatever, cash back and all that other stuff. It's going to hit now. You're going to roll that into, like, it's already being mapped out. I have it down. I have down the prices that I pay for everything. Like, it's just keeping track of it. And it's simple. I don't have this crazy repricing strategy or this crazy keep a strategy or using these crazy ninja tactical arbitrage searches. Like, it's just very simple. We're searching sales on websites and we are doing some reverse sourcing. Maybe every once in a while I'll use TA, but it's just a simple search of like a site that's having a sale. Nothing crazy. Number 3, I am constantly networking. Probably to an extent that's almost too much. I will say a lot of the stuff that I sold in November definitely came from friends that we just share leads all the time. There are a lot of a certain very popular toy brand that we were just shooting back and forth. There would be a sale on Walmart, Target, anywhere you can think of, and be like, yo, buy this set. What do you think about this set? What do you think about that? What do you like this? Like, what do you think about this drop? Or what do you think about the keep it chart? Oh, it was just so helpful. How many are you buying? And then we just banged it all out. Literally in an hour, we each spent I don't know, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. It's just so much easier. We're all just kind of looking, either texting or DMing on Instagram. I mean, that was a huge part of it. Also, trying to give you guys as much value as possible on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. People just reach out to me, send me leads, or say, hey, the sale is going on. So yeah, that's kind of it. If you don't really do Instagram or Twitter or YouTube, just get started. Don't send people DMs, do whatever. You don't have to have a presence on YouTube or whatever, but you got to be part of the network, the community. If you're not posting what you're doing or what you're up to, you don't have to. I'm not posting the ASINs I'm buying or anything, but I am posting stuff. I'm posting, hey, we did, 74K this month, and a bunch of people are like, yo, what's up? Hey, I've been following you all the time. I want to talk. Can we do a Zoom or whatever, just to network and stuff like that. And I do as many as I can. Right now it's a tough time, but yeah, I'm trying to do as many as I can. So yeah, just networking, trying to offer as much value as possible. I have a whole video about lead etiquette sharing and all that stuff, so I'm not going to get into that. You could look for that on the channel. Number 4, this is probably a super important one. Getting better every day. It's easy to say, it's easy just to throw out there, but I'm literally, going into joining new groups, becoming part of, networking opportunities, jumping on, people who are having mastermind calls, they invite me, I jump on that. Just being in Facebook groups, I do a couple of paid groups. So yeah, just being in those, or even taking the OA challenge by Chris Grant. I did that, I don't know, 3 or 4 months ago. And it always surprises me or in June, because that's when my birthday is. People are like, oh, you're doing the course? Why are you in the Facebook group? It's because I want to get better. I want refreshers. You know what I mean? There is so much stuff that goes on. And as you scale up, you tend to forget the simple stuff that got you to where you are. And you need to be reminded of that. And plus, it's always teaching new stuff. There's always new things. There's old things that no longer work. There are new things that do work. And it's just staying on top of it, hanging out with people who want to learn about this stuff, and just getting as much kind of knowledge as you can when you're doing coaching or courses or whatever. When you pay for something, you learn, you're more invested in it, and it's just a different experience. And you're getting the most for your time because you don't have to sort through all this information, a lot of bad information out there. You just get it all in one spot. You can ask questions and stuff like that. So I always just love to do that. And plus, just seeing people win has been really exciting, and being part of these networks. Number 5, I thought that a lot of people who were successful in this space doing online arbitrage were doing secret stuff. They're buying from websites that I didn't know of. They were getting certain discounts that I didn't know of. They were able to sell brands that all this stuff. Or they're doing fancy searches and blah, blah, blah. And the more and more I get on Zoom calls and talk to people who are doing bigger things and doing a lot bigger numbers and have bigger teams and stuff like that, the more I realize is they are just doing the same thing. They're sourcing every day, they're shopping sales, they're doing test buys, and they're doubling down on what's working. Maybe some of them have some different strategies or whatever, or using Keepa in different ways and stuff like that. But pretty much everyone has their set routine of how they search. Some people just use tactical arbitrage. Some people just use Keepa. Some people just use seller. Like whatever they're doing, they pretty much have a main strategy. Like for me, our main strategy is probably manual sourcing and reverse sourcing. I do a tiny bit of tactical arbitrage, but for the most part, we're doing manual and reverse sourcing. Manual meaning searching sales. So when a website is having a sale, we're on that site looking stuff up on Amazon. Reverse searching meaning we're looking at people's storefronts on Amazon to see what they're selling. It's pretty much it. Like nothing crazy. So yeah, just you gotta like just kind of get started, get in there, start buying stuff, doing test buys, buy more of what works, and just go from there. Number 6, and then I'm gonna kind of reveal my biggest takeaway. The big secret for everyone is really not putting the work, but just growing how you could grow. There is nothing worse than growing way too fast. For me, this year, I kind of hit a spend goal. I hit $65,000 in spend for November for the whole month. And that's kind of it for me. Like, I don't want to take it. I have the credit to take it much further, but I just don't want to do it. I don't feel comfortable kind of extending it much more than that. I like to have, be able to pay off all cards at any given time. And I just don't want to take it further than that. And a lot of people will say, well, that's stupid. Like, this is the time of the year, whatever. But the great thing about this is it's your business. You can do whatever the hell you want. And that's what I'm going to do. I probably will spend some more money, probably like the first week or whatever, or just kind of as things happen. But it's going to just be very targeted spend, like pretty much just replans. It's going to have to be a really, 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 really good deal. I kind of have a projection of how I want to grow. And I don't think that is putting like doubling that spend at this point in time. Probably next year, this time, that would be possible. And what's going to happen, but at this point in time, really only someone reminded me of this earlier today that like I've only really been doing online arbitrage full time since like July, so it's only really been 6-ish months. Obviously, I've been dabbling with it on the side while I was running a book business and all that stuff, but I mean, yeah, it's pretty crazy to see kind of how far I was able to take this up to this point. So yeah, that's number 6, and the biggest takeaway of this all is there's just really no secret. There's no secret to having a successful Amazon business or whatever you're trying to do in life. It doesn't matter whether you're trying to get fit or do this or do that. The big secret is really surrounding yourself with people who are much further along the path, networking with them, and just showing up every single day and putting the work in. Someone DM'd me the other day, hey, you mentioned that a certain site you can find profitable items on. I can't find any profitable items on there. I said, well, okay, like how long have you searched? They said, like kind of an hour. So that probably means like 30 minutes. That's not going to cut it, guys. It's just not. Like you got to put hours and hours and hours in every single day. Like, and if you can't do that, like you almost have to be cool with like things growing slower. And now, is it possible to scale up and like not put as much time in? Like, yeah, of course. But when you're learning and don't really know anything, it's really, really difficult. And you just have to play your own game. Like, if you could only put 10 hours into this business, a week, that's just going to take longer. And like, you just have to be okay with that and not worry about what other people are doing. So yeah, it's just showing up every single day and putting in the work consistently. And people don't want to hear that. They want to see me come on here and say, oh, we're going to live source. And then in 15 minutes, we're going to find $2,000 worth of profit. Like, does it happen? Yeah, sure, sometimes. But actually, no, that's very rare to find $2,000 of profit in 15 minutes. But I think you get the idea. It just takes hours. I have live sourcing videos if you want to watch those. I'm going to try to do some more of those. But guys, it's just showing up every single day, learning more, trying to get better every day, networking with people, and just kind of doing whatever you can, like just to learn and get in the game. And like, what else are you guys watching and listening to, and who you like hanging out with and stuff? Like, that's what it really comes down to. If you're listening to like people who talk about how to crush it on Amazon, or business minded podcasts and YouTube videos and stuff like that, like, yeah, that's going to help. And that's really going to like speed up the process as well. Maybe you can't be sourcing or whatever, but you can be listening to a podcast when you're driving or getting insight and stuff like that. I mean, that stuff helps a lot too. I know I listen to a ton of podcasts. I think Spotify said I listened to about like 40,000 minutes of podcasts this year. So yeah, that's what I got for you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. How was your November? I would love to hear about it. And yeah, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Please like the video. Please share the video. And I will see you guys on the next one.